What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk to you all about Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Atlanta. I will have the episode number and everything in the description. Child, that was Heavenly, honey. That's what Heavenly was doing when they tried to ambush her about her YouTube channel. And I'm just sitting up here looking at it from this perspective. What did she say wrong? Like, all of y'all talk about each other. Toya, I done seen you on live. You, Simone, and Cecil plenty of times, and y'all was trash talking. Y'all cast too. Okay, so child, y'all all did participated in it. Quad, you too. I thought that the shit was funny though, like, and they kept playing like what she said about each and every one of them. Dr. Jackie was just giving, dirty looks. Y'all know her and Heavenly is real cool. I don't like Simone with her shark mouth having ass. I cannot stand her. I can't stand Toya. She's a lazy ass, fake ass, rich bitch. Okay, like, the bitch be trying to act rich. Eugene does need to grab his manhood and put his foot down and stop, like, killing yourself over this woman that don't want to work, that don't have no ambition. All this bitch do is move into a new house season after season. That's her storyline. That's all she do is spend money. And at least with, like, the girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta, especially, like, with Marlo looked like money. Toya looked like Dollar General. That's what Toya looked like. Toya don't even be clean like that. Like, it's like, Toya, stop trying to keep up with the damn Joneses, honey. Okay, like, Eugene, he want to take a break from the job. He said he want to do something fun. I know that's right, because working in the damn healthcare industry, don't I know it? It's stressful. It's good money, but it's stressful. It's a lot. And, honey, Eugene do way more than Miss Robinson, so I know he's stressed out. Between that and his damn opulent wife that wants to just spend money for a living, like, Toya is not doing anything with the platform. She isn't. So what everything that Heavenly said about her was right. Contessa, she basically told you to shit or get off the pot. You wanted to run your man's name down to the ground and you want to stay with him. That is annoying. And you bitches, y'all do stuff like that. Like, what lie was told? Okay, what lie was told? They got on Quad for having fillers. I think that was just fun shade. I was a little squinting my eyes though at the people that's actually cool with Heavenly, like Quad, because Quad just defended her. She was like, this is an ambush. This is an ambush. Like, this ain't cool. And then she's caught on camera. They did that on purpose though. And Heavenly and Quad, they had already worked out their issues. So that was Simone, Toya, and Contessa being messy, trying to get back at Heavenly. They had to come together to do this weak ass shit because ain't none of them holding a candle to Heavenly, honey. I am team Heavenly. I do not like Contessa. Just like Heavenly said, you are mad at your husband. Bitch, you're not mad with me. You mad at that man, and I cannot stand women like Contessa that, I don't know, she's smart, book smart, but when it comes down to having a man, she's dumb as a box of rocks. Oh, well, he the father of my kid. Bitch, you got money. Okay, I told y'all I don't have a lot of sympathy for bitches that got money. You got money, you really can move on. Okay? Give that man the divorce he needs. He is emotionally abusive. You was down to that reunion last year, acting like you was scared for your life, acting like you was in a goddamn witness protection program, and Quad and Heavenly had to speak for you. Like, girl, like, Contessa, you and your husband, your relationship, it looks so unhealthy and demonic, and it just looked dark. It's like you are with this narcissist. You keep going back to him. You feel stuck with him because you're married to him and you got 3 kids with him, but girl, you're not happy with him. I don't see her staying with him, you guys. I think she's going to try to save face for a while because she that type of bitch, and that's what they do, try to save face for some raggedy ass man. Scott is emotionally abusive and disrespectful. Okay, we have seen it, you guys. We seen it at the reunion. We see how he's just so lax about flirting with other women and sexting them, and he lied about stuff. They caught him in all kind of lies at the reunion. You know, it was just a bit too much. So, but yeah, a lot of these women, honey, they just don't want to hear the truth. Okay, Heavenly said some stuff about Curtis. And Heavenly was like, that was 4-some years ago. Y'all know, you know, her and Jackie is real close. So they were very strategic with how they put the video together. That way, even her so-called friends could get re-mad with her all over again. They are low down and dirty. I said it. I can't stand Toya. She just act like a ghetto ass bitch. That's just all she do. She just acts so ghetto. Okay, ghetto, a little bit hood. I don't like shark mouth Simone. Like, oh my gosh. Ooh, child, them teeth, honey. Okay, them teethuses. I wonder if Cecil be scared. Okay, like she look like she would bite the hell out of an apple, honey. Okay. But yeah, I don't see it for Simone. She is a flip-flop. She don't like Heavenly, I think, with her situation, because Heavenly is close with Jackie and she's very territorial. I told you all. That's what a lot of that is. Now, I will say this. Heavenly has in the past apologized for stuff and then would still talk about them. So some of that is true, but to me, they're blowing it up out of proportion. They really are, because they all have been caught talking about, I know I done seen most of them talk about each other. Heavenly is the most vocal. You know, she does have a YouTube channel. But Toya has always talked about Heavenly like a dog and made it look like Heavenly didn't have no money, and when really that's, you know, her situation. Toya is very insecure. That's why she's always moving and shit, trying to act like she got Jackie type of money, and she don't have that, okay? She ain't got that. Contessa crying, my marriage is not funny. Contessa, you a sad bitch, and it's a shame that every year you feel like you gotta accomplish something to feel worthy. You need to be sitting your ass down. And that whole scene her and Toya did was just so fake and so phony. Contessa know damn well she ain't got no interest in Toya. Her and Toya are not the same type of people. Like, at least with Contessa, she be out here accomplishing stuff. Like, I give it to her. She's very ambitious, motivated, determined. I give her that. Those are some good qualities to have, but you need to learn to love yourself. You need to quit trying to, it's almost like this desperate plea to prove herself. I told y'all, her and Monique Samuels, honey, they got a thing going on, okay? They the same type of people. You know, they do all this shit just to complain and, oh, I don't have any help. Bitch, go sit down. You'll have all the help you need. Shit. So some of the shit in your marriage is your fault too, because you're not playing the game the right way. You doing too much. You need to get away from that abusive man. I'm pretty sure it was Scott that told her, yeah, you need to get rid of it. Because men be doing that, and women will listen because the man got the penis that fucks them. Okay, so, honey, I know how it go. Okay? Child, Contessa and Heavenly, they leave out the room. They get the screaming. Contessa is so emotional. She got displaced anger. She's mad at Scott. She's mad that she's still with him. all that strength that you keep trying to prove that you have, you need to use that. And like Flojo, you need to run up out that toxic ass marriage. Okay. Cause right now you looking pathetic and stupid and you're projecting onto Heavenly. Toya, you're not happy in your life. Talking about, I'm walking around this bitch. Okay. Talking about, I'm doing self-care. Like Contessa said, bitch, your whole lifestyle is self-care. Okay. Moving into a new mansion year after year trying to prove some damn financial point. Girl, goodbye and stop it. They kept trying to get Jackie to go out there and talk to Heavenly and Contessa. And I'm with Simone. Somebody need to go and calm Contessa down. Contessa is the one with the problem because she's that insecure. I done been around women like her. And the particular woman I was around, she was stomping and screaming, and it was almost as if it was an out-of-body experience, real talk. And a lot of people, you guys, they don't even be mad with you. They are mad at themselves. They just so happen to be yelling at you. But a lot of that shit that Heavenly said was the truth. And she didn't want to hear that shit. Well, if you were a friend, bitch, you was on her show. Okay, I could see if you never went on her show and you never knew what you was getting yourself into, but you the one kept calling her. Okay, stop doing that. And a lot of women do that. They go and tell their friends all their damn business, and now you wonder why your friends don't want you with the man, because it's because of all the shit that you then told her. You made that man look bad. Well, he made himself look bad because he chose to display that type of behavior. But I'm just saying, you the one that was, well, he doing this and he doing that. And you know, Heavenly is all about love, marriage, and family, because that's what she has with Damon. I love their relationship. I love their marriage and their children, you know? So I think a lot of the women on here, you know, and we don't talk about it, guys, but a lot of them is jealous of Heavenly. And I know it don't look like it. It look like, well, Heavenly's so aggressive and she got to stop doing that. I think going forward, though, Heavenly, I would not talk about them. I think she could still recap the show, but I just wouldn't even, I'd be like, I'll say my opinions for the reunion. I would just do it like that. Like, don't even discuss their ass. Cause we all, the viewing audience, we see all of these people for who and what they are. Okay. We already see them, honey. Child, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And hopefully Simone sees that Contessa has lost her mind, because she is seriously trying to calm this girl down. And like I said, it's like Contessa is having this out-of-body experience. It has nothing to do with Heavenly. She wants to make it seem that way, but girl, goodbye. Like Heavenly said, if you don't want nobody discussing your marriage, you need to stop fucking talking about it. Your ass got to talking about it because it was toxic. Period. And it's time for your ass to leave. Is leaving always easy? No. Sometimes you really don't know what you dealing with. But girl, your shit is pretty obvious. Your shit is on TV. I think you are embarrassed that y'all is having this issue because you yourself is all about image. I see that with Contessa. Didn't she the one that had the alcoholic dad or dad that was on drugs? A lot of those type of people, you guys, when they get grown, they try to overachieve to get away from, you know, any negativity that may have happened in the past. I get it. We all have past traumas, but girl, you gonna have to find a better way. Child, Contessa, take the wig off that she bought. It was a pretty wig, purple wig she bought from, I guess, the Heavenly Beauty Supply. Girl, you all, I'm gonna support you. Child, Contessa don't know if she coming or going. To me, it just looks stupid. You ain't gotta support her. You're mad at her. You keep trying to be, it's this passive aggressive. Well, I'm supporting you, but I'm just so upset. And if you upset, baby. You ain't got to support her. Jackie tries to get Heavenly to understand that she has hurt her friends. Well, I think it's fair to say they are not her friends. Okay, like she ain't never liked Toya. I think that it was their husbands. It was Damon that helped Eugene with his career and helped him to get started, right, in the medical field, and got him a job somewhere. So that's really where the relationship is. Heavenly does not respect Toya because Toya is a lazy ass bitch. She could be doing so much more on this platform and she chooses not to, but she want to talk shit about everybody and always talk about money and all this shit that she don't even really have. And it's like Heavenly does not respect Toya. It's the same thing with Simone too. I think that like Heavenly likes Jackie because she's ambitious like her. And I just feel like Toya and Simone, honey, they are just bitter. They just bitter. And it's, Anila, I like that Anila had Heavenly's back. Even though, Heavenly took a few digs at her, it was kind of like, she still didn't like the fact that they ambushed Heavenly, right? So that did kind of bother her, but she was cool about it, in my opinion, because she saw really what they did. And to me, it was an ambush. It was a total fail. I think that they would have been better off going to have a dinner. All this having Toya at the door taking phones and you can't use your phone. Toya was sending folks home. She was about to send Quad home. Jackie got there. Simone, them goddamn teeth almost came out her mouth. She went to chase Jackie down, honey. They had to bring Quad in. Contessa had to fight for Quad to come back in. Because Toya don't know how to talk to people with her ghetto first floor having ass. Okay? So, child, goodbye. Child, you know what else I noticed? Anila don't like Toya. Because when Toya came to that door, she was like, why you answering the door? She didn't look happy to see her. I was like, well, goddamn. Didn't Anila come on the show through Toya? Child, I just thought it was so funny. But yeah, Anila didn't like that. Her and Toya got to getting into a spat over, how they ambushed Heavenly. And, and I told y'all, Anila saw that it was not cool. Quad, she was a little hurt by some of the things that Heavenly said. But like I said, I think they had already patched their stuff up. But even her, she was like, it wasn't about having a talk with Heavenly and, letting her know, in a certain tone, it was about getting. We go get it. You can just tell how Contessa came out swinging like she Mike Tyson. Toya, girl, you just unhappy. You are just unhappy. And honestly, Toya can leave, you guys. She really needs to leave the show because she don't bring nothing, okay? They could get anybody to do what her ass is doing, which is buy a new house every year. That's all it takes to have a storyline, I guess. Child, I can't believe Omarosa knows Simone. I would have never thought that Simone and Cecil hung out with Omarosa. Like, that was crazy to me. And Omarosa spoke to their son, Michael. That was cool. I liked Omarosa, her scene. I did like it. I found it to be cute. She gave them some pointers on the book that they are going to be writing, Simone and Cecil, about relationships. I am very much so in support of them writing that book because they've been married for, over 25 years? And I do like Simone and Cecil's relationship. I like their relationship better than I like Simone, if you know what I mean. And it's kind of like that with Candy and Todd. I like their relationship more than I like Candy. It's just crazy. I think it was so cute that Quad said her little nephew Mason be calling her, asking her when she coming home. And she's just like, child, I don't allow no man to control me. I guess I allow this little boy, though. He control me. And, it's just the cutest thing. I would love to see them with their own show because he's funny and he's country and he's like a little old soul. And I like how Quad relates to him. It's just so cute. I thought it was also funny about the Andrea, that is Miles' girlfriend's name, and then here go Quad, because Simone and Quad got together. Quad was like, yes, Andrea, and Simone was like, no, I need you to back up off the Drea, like you making it, hood, honey, okay, And no, and I think Quad was trying to say it's Andrea. It's like, no, Andrea. Some people's name is Andrea, and then some people's name is Andrea. Okay, that's what it is, Quad. But that was funny, and she's right, though, with how people say that name. I didn't like that Heavenly said that Quad would mess with a married man. I thought that was in poor taste. I guess they're going to work all of that out, though. That was the only thing I kind of had an issue with what Heavenly said, but I agree with her. I agreed, honey. Y'all put it down in the comments how y'all felt. Honey, let's get to Atlanta. Let's wrap that up real quick. All right, guys, so I want to talk about specific parts of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is not going to be a full-on recap. I just noticed an overall theme. Marlo and Kenya are both incomplete packages of each other. And what I mean by that is there are things that Marlo has that Kenya needs. There are things that Kenya has that Marlo needs. And it's very interesting how they can't stand each other. Sanya really called it out, in my opinion. She really called Kenya out. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of other reviewers, I was getting ready to get real upset with Sanya because I felt like, why are you taking what Kenya said? Why are you running and telling Marlo what she said, and you get ready to get her all riled up? And I'm just like, oh. But as the episode played out, I began to look at things quite differently. Kenya shouldn't have came on the trip. And I'm going to say this. It's because her and Marlo, they really don't like each other. And Kenya does something that really pisses me off. I feel like it's kind of the same shit she used to do with Nene. Because mind you, she didn't really talk to Nene until after Greg passed, which I just, never really cared for that. And I know some of y'all rolling your eyes and sucking your damn teeth saying, well, Kenya had every right not to talk to Nene because Nene was being so nasty to her. And I think Candy said it best. Candy said, you are making this situation with Marlo worse. And Kenya did make it worse. I'm going to tell you how. You kept trying to avoid her, dismiss her, not acknowledge her. All the shit that you claim was done to you in childhood. You distributed that type of behavior towards Marlo. Yes, Marlo is obnoxious. She's annoying. She does pick on Kenya. But at the same time, Kenya, this is your job. This is your job. You got to work with this so-called ex-con that you think you better than. You got to work with her. And a lot of Kenya fans, they try to see her as this perpetual victim. And you guys, I'm here to tell you, she's not a victim like that. Because even recently, I didn't like what she said about Marlo getting robbed and how Marlo should have told the cast that there was a stakeout at her house. And Brittany Renner, I guess she had to check Kenya and tell her that I guess she had the same type of stakeout at her house because there are, gang members trying to rob the people in Atlanta that, have the lavish lifestyles. And so she had been through something similar that Marlo, went through. And yeah, you got Kenya saying, well, she should have told us. And I'm glad nothing happened. Once again, you taken the victim card too far. Then you erase the post because you knew your ass was wrong. Okay? You keep trying to, I don't know. because 1 minute it does look like Marlo keep coming for Kenya, but then it's like, Kenya, you just take things a step too far. Then you got people saying, oh, well, there was a scene in here where Kenya got to talking about Marlo's nephews, where she was absolutely wrong. She was wrong for that. Don't talk about her nephews. You know you would have a whole damn heart attack if anybody talked about Brooklyn. Don't get in my comments talking about, well, Marlo did say something. No, we heard Marlo tell Kenya that Brooklyn was welcome. And it don't matter what Marlo said, because I'm going to tell you this about Kenya. I know she would have said what she would have said about Marlo's nephews and how Marlo is so wrong and she dogging them. She would have said that anyways, because that's Kenya's character. Look at what she said about Marlo and the whole, that Brittany Renner situation. Look at what she said regarding that. That had nothing to do with her, but once again, Marlo's life could have been taken, her and the boys. The boys are back in the freaking house. They screamed. Marlo says she heard a scream and she yelled for the police, and they was able to arrest those boys that was trying to break into her townhome. So that's serious. That's life or death. Kenya, you took that, twisted it, made it about you, tried to further use it to assassinate Marlo. Yo, damn Kenya twirl stands, they go take up for you. I'm sure y'all gonna be in the comments talking that bullshiggity, and I don't want to hear it. Your girl is wrong. She takes shit too far. And it's that same shit that she did season 12 when Nene kept trying to, be cool with her. And I think it was once again Candy told her, girl, just talk to Nene. You ain't got to be friends with her, but just acknowledge. Kenya treats people the way that she was treated growing up. She doesn't. She doesn't acknowledge, she dismisses, she avoids. You can't do that. You work with these people. Well, she called my baby a buffalo, and Portia even told her, girl, she said worse about me. She called me a fat ass piggy. Okay, Portia got over what Nene has said because she knew, let me leave that alone. Should Nene have talked about them while they were pregnant? No. But in all fairness, y'all all talk about each other. Y'all all shade each other. So she talked about your weight, okay? And you look big, being pregnant or whatever. Okay, like I've never really heard shade that was supposed to make you feel good. It's supposed to be slick and shady and, so girl, goodbye. Kenya, you done said all types of shit about Nene. But Kenya, I noticed, chose to hang on to that. And her followers, they got distracted by all the drama with Kenya and Nene. And what it came down to was Kenya was upset that she wasn't on season 11 because of the shit that she pulled season 10, running off, getting married without the cameras and scrutinizing everybody's marriage. And then she didn't want nobody doing that shit to her, though. See, the rules change when it's about her. Okay, that's what her little fan base, they won't tell you about. But y'all know I'm going to tell it. But yeah, Kenya, you did too much. You don't know when to let shit go. You go on and on. And her fan base, okay? I know. Y'all don't like this video, but the truth is the truth. And the truth needs no proof, okay? Because if you watch the episode, you will see her silly ass behavior. Oh, I'll run. And I think Marlo had asked her once again, well, come have a talk with me. And I know some of y'all gonna say, well, Marlo just wants to dog her out. And I don't think that Marlo just wanted to dog her out. I think she wanted to just establish, hey, this is my trip. You're not gonna sit up here and just fucking ignore me all day. And Kenya did that shit with Nene season 12, where she thanked everybody for checking on her about Mark, when Nene was the one that asked her, well, I just want to know if you are okay. She didn't even say, well, thank you for asking. She thanked all these other people. Go back and watch it, guys. It's the same fucking behavior. That's why when she walked off, Candy went after her. I think she even pushed Candy or something. But yeah, Candy went off on her and had to get her ass together. And I do kind of like that about their relationship. Like, Candy will check Kenya because she knows that Kenya goes way too far. You gotta know when to let stuff go and just let's do TV. Okay, stop acting like a victim. I didn't like the scene with her talking about, oh, well, that's a shame what Marlo did to her nephews because when I was a kid, shut the fuck up. We all done been done wrong as children. Yes, you were born to a woman that did not want you. That's your story. I get it. It hurts. But we not go conflate issues about how the fuck you grew up and put that with Marlo and what she did to her nephews. Well, I feel like she's Shut up. You don't like her. You're looking for a reason to have an attitude and take shit too far and make it about you. And girl, I hate when people do that. Martell's uncle did that same shit. And I didn't had it did to me several times. People taking shit that I may have said or did to somebody else and, well, I didn't like when you said that because it made me think of my childhood. Bitch, that's your problem. That's you being triggered. I ain't got shit to do with what I said up over here. Because I said what I said, and what I said, it ain't no bullshit. It has nothing to do with you. Like, people always like to twist and, like, discombobulate and conflate issues and make it about, no, that's your ego, Kenya, doing that. You need to quit. Marlo is on this show with you, and you're going to have to get used to it and figure out how to play the game. And like Candy was trying to fucking tell you, this shit is getting worse with her because you keep running away. You won't just have a moment and talk with her and acknowledge her. And I get it. You don't want to hear the shit she got to say, but this is who you got to do business with. You didn't mind doing business with Marlo when you was teaming up with her to go against some of the people on the show. You didn't mind then, so come on. Let's grow up a bit. But yeah, Kenya came in the house all smiley, laughing, and I slept so well, and she's all trying to touch on Drew's titty. Girl, you don't even like Drew like that. You just trying to, act like y'all cool because you trying to avoid Marlo. As soon as Kenya came in the house, she did a general hello. Do I feel like she need to hug and kiss all over Marlo? No. Ain't got to do all of that. So that was okay. But it's just have the one conversation with, girl, I'm here. I'm down with y'all for the day. Let's do what we go do and let that be that. If Marlo starts to argue with you, then you get up and you walk off. But you just all this running away, girl, there was no point in even coming on the trip if you was gonna act like that. And a lot of it is Kenya's ego, and she can't believe Marlo got this peach. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. It's like, I can't believe you got this peach. You're not good enough. And it's funny because I just listened to Marlo. She was on Carlos King's podcast. And she got to saying how Kenya used to always tell her that, like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you because you just using me to get to a peach. Girl, when you first got on here, you was all up Nene's ass. Remember that night of charity that you threw trying to kiss her ass? Candy had to call you out for that. You was trying to kiss Nene's ass, giving her dining room table. Oh, yeah, we remember. So, girl, don't none of them like the fact that Marlo got the peach. They don't. I get it. I do understand it, you guys, because like I said, Marlo be doing too much. She's somebody that she's coming into power and she's overdoing it. And they may knock her down a peg or two to get her, to get her in line, because I don't feel like she need to be coming at them as hard as she do. But I do get that this show is a sport. And Marlo said on Carlos King's podcast, Candy go work for that check. And I liked her saying that because, yeah, bitch, you ain't gonna just sit up and collect a check. No, you can get this too. I'm gonna come at you. So I do like that about Marlo. I do like her fashions. I'm not that girl that's talk about fashions all day, but Marlo, she does look nice. And I loved her coat that she had on and her headband, and she looked so sharp and nice. So that's a part of her personality. Candy got on Sheree about She by Sheree, her and Kenya, and they was trying to get her together. Like, girl, you need to hire a team. Then Kenya said, well, I got somebody that's, they want to have a meeting with you, I guess, by phone and talk with you, and, they can help you with She by Sheree. And Sheree said, thank you for that. I need all the help I can get. Yeah, you do. And Candy is giving you some good advice. Candy knows business. If she don't know nothing else, homegirl knows business. So you need to be drinking the Kool-Aid. But Sheree is not a businesswoman. You could tell what Sheree's motives is just by looking at her damn personal life, which resides on the first floor because she's dating Martell Holt. Okay, which is the last nigga you need to be trying to date. And somebody got to saying, oh, it's such an age difference. They both the same age mentally. So, child, anybody that didn't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'm sure Sheree seen the clips at least. Like, girl, you can find another man? Okay, you can find a better man than Mr. Martell Holt? Girl, what is wrong with you? Sheree's friend, what is her damn name? What the hell is her damn name? Fatum. Fatum is whack as hell. She is whack. Fatum can go. What do they need her for? She keep coming at Drew. I was freaking here for it when Drew was like, here, hey, she threw that bone. Sheree, get your lap dog. Let her go get that bone. I was cracking up. Get rid of Fatum. We don't need her. Okay, she always looked like she's drunk. She's irate. She was doing too much. I was here for how Drew gathered her ass. I'm noticing Drew is starting to really come into her own on this show, and I'm happy to see it. Throw shade. You're on a show like this bitch keep coming for you and, trying to use Drew as an entryway to get on this show. Like, it looks desperate. It looks obvious. It just is stupid. Like, girl, you are a D character on this show. Run away from me with this. Marlo checks Kenya, rightfully so, about bringing up her nephews. It was the wrong move. You keep perpetuating something and making it worse, Kenya. And you shouldn't do that. And I think at first, a lot of people was on Kenya's side. Like, yeah, Marlo is always picking at her, but you made it worse. You should have never brought up her nephews. You know how belligerent Marlo is. You know that she's Monty. She's not a mother. There is a difference. This is a lot to be sprung on somebody that's single. Most of the people that I see doing reviews on this show, they're weird to me because some of them are not even mothers, so they really don't get it. Well, you're just damaging those boys, and I'm not at all saying Marlo is perfect. Marlo needs to watch how she speaks to the boys, but also with the boys, they need to respect her motherfucking household because the world does not care that your mother is on drugs and this is going wrong in your life. We all got problems. We all done came from bad situations. We all done dealt with toxic people, right, in our past. That don't give you license to damage somebody's property, to disrespect Marlo in her house. No. I feel like them boys are wrong for that. Yes, they are hurting over their mother's situation. I get it. You guys, y'all know I get it. I didn't see family go through this. But I also saw some of those same family members using their mom's drug issue or alcohol issue as a way to be disrespectful. I have seen that. Oh, well, I didn't have what you had. No, don't give me that goddamn speech. You speak to me with respect or not at all. Don't give me no speech about what the fuck you done been through in the past, because we done all been through some shit. Okay, if you live long enough, okay, you go through some shit. So it ain't no excuse. I didn't like that Kenya said, yeah, but you gave your nephews away. And that's when Sheree said, Kenya, okay, don't do that. You hitting below the belt. Keep her nephews out of it. That's what I'm saying. You came in on some fake happy, passive aggressive. I'm going to dismiss. I'm going to not acknowledge. I'm going to and I know some of y'all is like, yeah, but shouldn't she do that to Marlo? Because Marlo kept bothering her. Yes, Marlo has bothered Kenya. But like I said, if Kenya would have acknowledged Marlo on her trip. See, this is somebody that has not had a peach. Okay? She ain't had no peach before. So she just trying to let you know this my trip, respect me, acknowledge me. You ain't got to talk to her or start up conversations, but if she asks you a question, you answer. You go and meet with her for a few minutes. If she start getting out of line, then you say, Marlo, I'm walking away. You taking it somewhere else. I got to go. At least let it play out. All the running away and the laughing and I wasn't with all, you was making it worse. Making it worse. And it was no point in you coming. And then you also mentioned, and see, this is another thing that people are not talking about. Marlo feels that Kenya is full of shit because Kenya is full of shit. Kenya tried to compare her relationship with Mark as the same relationship that Marlo has with her. Oh, she's always putting me down. You were no victim completely, Kenya. Over there with Mark. Nobody told your ass to run and marry him. Some of y'all keep saying he love bombed her. No. I don't care how fast y'all got together. It takes two. You didn't have to marry that man. You were at a particular age. You wanted a baby. And that is what you did. Like, once you start telling the truth about certain shit and owning your shit, then people, I think they can kind of nod their head to the beat you trying to play for them. But don't give us the bullshiggity. We're not here for it. Didn't nobody put no gun up to your head and tell you to go marry that man, tell you to go have a baby in a quick amount of time. You was, we was just so in love and we was so, that ain't in love. That ain't somebody that love bombed you. You too fucking old, in my opinion, to be love bombed. Okay? You guys, I keep telling y'all, she got some issues. And this whole playing the victim and what happened to me when I was a child, and I get it. I get that Kenya has been through a lot, but do not conflate that with Marlo's nephews and she traumatized you. No, you a bitch that don't like her. You want to be re-traumatized. You are not this victim when it comes to Mark. Because I done told you to stop dealing with him. Well, he's Brooklyn's father, and who cares? If he cannot be cooperative with you while you all are co-parenting, fuck him. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck him and fuck that. Don't do it. You don't need him when you got money like that. Bitch, I don't even have your money, and I ain't trying to be bothered with my child's father. Peace is better than any money he could ever give me. Okay? So, we're not going to play this game, Twirl fans, where Mark came in and took advantage of poor Kenya. No. I saw how she talked to him on some of them episodes and, I make way more money than him. Oh, this, that. You were trying to compete with that man. And she's a, attractive woman. I told you all, Kenya is attractive, but she needs to, and I'm not at all saying she need to dumb herself down for any man she get with, but don't throw your career in a man's face. Don't do stuff like that. You got to know timing. You got to know that's your man. Treat him like a man, not like some bitch that you seeing. That's not going to work. Okay? She didn't handle that Mark situation the right way. How she introduced him. She wouldn't even give the girls his name. Everything turned into, well, they're always laughing at my personal life. Look at how you fucking present it. Okay? Look at how you stayed with Matt. And you should have been let him go. But you kept sleeping with him. kept filming with him. He over there messing up your damn cameras and stuff. Yeah, y'all think we forgot that? So this is not a Mark issue. This is a pattern of behavior that Twirl puts up with in these relationships. And I'm not trying to be funny, but we don't never really see nobody else going through this type of stuff. You don't see this from Candy, Cynthia, Nene. You done seen Greg and Nene divorce, but you ain't ever seen Greg messing with her cameras at the house, and it's just weird. So you are a part of that weirdness, Kenya. You gotta own it, mama. But all this, I'm a victim and Marlo's treating me the way Mark does. No. Didn't nobody tell you to get married just to file for divorce 2-3 times? Yeah, this is a storyline. You think Marlo don't see the craziness of all of that? Okay, for those of you all that love taking up for Kenya, please start looking at the things she does on this show objectively. And people are not stupid. That's why Marlo always presses that Mark button, because she knows that button, that's the button. That reveals who Kenya is as a woman. Wow, you got with this man and he was treating you bad like that. And it made me nauseous. She allowed him to treat her bad. But then when she get with these girls, she treat them like shit. No, I don't like that. Well, that's my husband. No, you don't allow no man to dog you. And then you want to sit up here and cry about it. And then when you get with these women, you a real hell on wheels. Shout out to Candy, because that's what Candy said. Okay? You don't do shit like that. That shit she did to Tanya, that pissed me off. Mean-spirited. Trying to accuse her man of cheating. And some of y'all are saying, well, he did and I don't even care really what he did. It's about what you were really going through. And Mark was really cheating on you. What was he, sexting another woman? So you was going through what you was trying to accuse Tanya of going through. Misery loves company. Okay, so I bet y'all y'all ain't gonna hear none of that in the rest of these reviews. They ain't gonna break stuff down. They gonna tell you how she's the victim. Marlo is just wrong by herself. Then you got Marlo doing all this crying. Before we get to that, they end up jumping on the damn trampoline. Okay, they all had to act like children. Candy was like, why don't y'all just jump it out? Because you had Drew and Fatum getting into it. You got Kenya, Marlo arguing. They all can't decide who going in what car because, Drew refused to ride with Fatum. I don't blame her. I wouldn't trust that bitch as far as I could throw her. Sheree, stop bringing that bitch around. We barely want you around. You barely coming back for another season. That's why your ass over there with Martell, so you'll have another storyline for next season. I see what Martell trying to do. He trying to get some money, honey. He trying to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? And he gonna need to get his money up, honey, because he got 5 kids. I wouldn't be messing with him. Ninja Turtle looking fool. Mayetta looks so pretty in her confessional, but she gonna say I've never been around women that act like this. Girl, you done seen the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Girl, your story with Neo, honey, that's a whole Lifetime movie. Didn't that man tell you he didn't want you to have no more kids and you done went and got all zipped up, honey? And he went and impregnated his new wife, Miss Crystal, who is Eva Marcel's friend, honey. So, I don't know. I like Mayetta, you guys. I think they can add her to the show. I just hope that she knows how to read. Because, she ain't really got into it with nobody. We don't really know. But you got to be able to reach the girls down, honey. So Marlo agrees to go gem mining. She called it minding with a D. I'm like, girl, Marlo. Y'all know Marlo can't pronounce anything. But after her little jump on the trampoline, it looked fun. I love trampolines. She was was ready to go ahead and leave. So they all went gem mining. They get to the place, they trying to look up gems. They got some white man there. He looked kind of racist to me, honey. Yeah, he did. Kenya then knocked down his Trump sign, honey, and gave it to him. I was cracking up. I was like, yeah, somebody need to knock that shit down. But yeah, it looked like he wanted to say something to Kenya, like, bitch, I know you ain't knocking down signs and stuff, honey. Okay. But I'm thinking, everything is kind of getting back, on track, right? So they get back. Marlo is pissed. She's hurt this whole weekend. It ain't been, going the way she wanted. She felt like when Kenya came in, she brought like this dark energy. Now, mind you, we had seen like pictures of them and some footage of Marlo and Candy, all the girls hugging. This is before Kenya came. It looked like it was going to be a good trip. I don't like that it became the Kenya and Marlo show. And like I said, I just don't feel like Kenya should have came. Not acting like this. She's not mature enough, guys. And I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback in the comments, and y'all know I don't care. But yeah, I mean, if you feel so much and so strongly that Marlo don't like you, she always attack you, don't even come. But I think it was one of them things between the both of them where Marlo want to show her like, bitch, I done been a friend to the show, but I got a peach too. I'm making moves too. But the whole thing of it is, like Marlo said, on Carlos King's podcast, she was like, I've always had a lavish lifestyle as a grown woman. I'm the one that had more of the lifestyle than the women on this show. And she even talked about how Kenya was broke when she first came on the show. I don't believe that Kenya was broke, but I don't think that she had the finances that she has now. I just don't. Especially like her home life. Kenya was, when she came on here, she was insecure about not having a man, and she had rented Walter. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that relationship was suspect. That's what I'm saying. The way she presented her men on the show, she never did it the right way. And that's why the girls didn't take it serious. It's not because they're jealous. Now, I keep hearing people say that Marlo is jealous of Kenya. I don't think that she's jealous. Like I said, I think they both are incomplete packages of each other. What's in one is in the other. They both have been disrespected and abandoned as children. It's not just Kenya. And Marlo brings it up too. And, woe is me, feel sorry for me, and I'm insecure because of what I've been through. They both play that card, right? They do. They both have that in common, and they both are a lot alike. But with Kenya, what I see is she doesn't feel like Marlo is good enough to have a peach. And then Marlo doesn't respect Kenya because she feel like Kenya is fake. Like Kenya be trying to put on. Kenya is not being her authentic self. And I know some of y'all like, Marlo is, feel that way. Yeah, she can see certain stuff. That's why she knows what to say to Kenya. And I'm not saying she should say those things, but they both take shots at each other. What that damn Kenya say to her? She said, bitch, you ain't no icon. I'm an icon. You an ex-con. I was cracking up. I said, y'all need to quit. But Marlo said on Carlos King's podcast, she's going to get a t-shirt made called the Iconic Ex-Con. I was like, bitch, you better. I like Marlo, though. I have a love-hate relationship with Marlo. Marlo be doing too much. She did come from the first floor, honey, but she didn't rose up. She need to grow up too. Her and Kenya, they both need to grow up. Because I don't want to keep seeing the Marlo and Kenya show. It's kind of like they trying to prove who got the bigger penis, honey. And we ain't got time for that. Both of you all have vaginas. Okay, ain't nobody got the big penis. Okay, but yeah, and whatever Marlo don't like about Kenya is kind of what I don't like about Kenya. It's this, you try to, I don't know, it's this, this attitude, this air of I'm not gonna respect you, I'm not gonna acknowledge you, don't do all of that. Like, you ain't gotta engage with her, but don't ignore her. She trying to ask you a question, answer the damn question. Like, she kept putting Marlo off. And even Sonya was like, well, you ain't go talk to her, because she had mentioned she wanted to holler at you before y'all leave. She can wait, whatever. I was like, girl, no, just had a conversation. You let her know your boundaries. Y'all move on. And if Marlo was gonna start any shit, let her. Just let her say what she gonna say. You walk off. And then you stay away from her. We have to see that, though. Like, it can't be this, oh, I'm a kid. Like, Kenya is like a kid. And y'all thought the shit was funny. It wasn't. It was annoying. All of this goofy, I'm a run and don't do all of that. You're a grown woman. Y'all got a job to do. This was just horrible. But anyways, Marlo got sick of these hoes and kicked them out, and Candy was all taken aback, like, damn, I ain't never been kicked out of nowhere. I'm like, shit, first time for everything. I was surprised. But I respected Marlo for that shit. Like, bitch, get the fuck up out of here. All of y'all can take y'all ass home. I'm trying to get away and do something nice, and the shit ain't going the right way. I do, however, feel like Marlo focused too much on Kenya. But I think she focused on Kenya because Kenya was not cooperating. She refused to leave. She refused to stay with the girls. She refused this. And it was kind of like everything was, I don't know. It was like, oh, I need to undermine Marlo because Kenya don't respect the fact that this woman has a peach. And I know some of you all are saying, well, Marlo got to give her something to respect. They both need to respect each other. They really do. So hopefully Andy has a talk with them, both of them, because it was just absolutely ridiculous. That motherfucking cape that Marlo had on when she kicked them girls out, I was like, bitch, you better looking sharp like that damn Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives. She got a cape like that too. That shit looks so sharp. Oh my God. Mayetta, honey, was trying to fight to stay up in the house. I thought that was cute. But yeah, Mayetta was like, girl, I'm trying to stay up in this nice house. Marlo trying to kick they ass out, honey. Okay, like, y'all got to go. A lot of people feel like Sonya is trying to kiss Marlo's ass. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt like that. I did. But after a while, after really looking at Kenya's behavior, I began to see where Sonya was coming from. Like, girl, this girl just wants to be acknowledged. And you keep on, and it's just what Candy said, you guys. You making the shit worse. And Kenya I may do a little video on it. Kenya has did it before. When Nene was trying to be cool with her, trying to stay over so they could talk. Nene was like, yeah, I'm fine with talking and da-da-da-da-da. And I know some of y'all would say, well, Kenya, she just didn't like her, and I get it. You cannot like people all day, but y'all are shooting a show, and just give a person a moment of your time, because after all, your ass is here because of them, because they had a husband and they was married and had children. All the shit that, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying, let's be real. All the shit that you never seem to have at the same time. I'm just saying. So girl, so you got to acknowledge, there is a certain amount of acknowledgement you got to do on this show. You got to have respect for people. And Marlo and Kenya, they both need to learn to have that for each other. They really do. Marlo kind of, I saw a little bit, was trying to somewhat be the bigger person. Don't get me wrong, still petty, and she need to work on her devious ways. But I kind of saw her like kind of moving on. But Kenya was holding up everything, not staying at the house, bringing Brooklyn into it. She didn't really mention Brooklyn on this episode. it was too much. I'm gonna separate myself, and no, don't you making everything about you. And I get that Kenya didn't want Marlo, disrespected her. I'm all for that, but I know that Kenya can hold her own. And if Marlo came at her, you check her then. You don't keep. It's like she overly tried to protect herself, and then you making the shit worse. You gonna need to be hood like Candy. Candy ain't gonna let Marlo get out of line. She gonna check her ass soon as she act up. She ain't gonna act I don't know. To me, I don't know. It was just very passive aggressive. It was I didn't like it, guys. It just made everything worse. It really did. All right, you guys, that is all Honey Miss Robinson got to say about all of that. Get down in my comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video and the episode of the show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.